Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Predicting Tranquility after our week break for event week. A lot of fun happening last week, but here we are back with the regularly scheduled broadcasts. Tonight I'm joined by Troy and Clem. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, you?
Swag.
Yeah. What'd you say, Troy?
Swaggin'. Thuggin'.
Swag. Okay, that's what I thought you said, but I just wanted to double check real quick. Um,
Oh
but yeah,
no.
if you're if you're new to Predicting Tranquility, what we do here is we're gonna go through every single match. We're going to cover every single team, and in some of the channels in the Discord, there's a little form you can fill out, where you can join us by doing your own predictions. There's a competition. Um, Still working on seeing if there's a prize or not. We'll work on it. But yeah, get your weekly predictions in. You can join us here on the cast. But without further ado, it's been far too long since we did this, so I want to just dive straight in. So for the A pool and B pool of Harmony, what do we have here, Troy?
Alright, so everyone just kidding, I'm trolling. So I'm going for Onigiri in this one. Other two going for Strix 3-1. I think that's a really good game. Then we have Pause Champ versus Geometric. Again, I'm flipped on this. Completely actually. You two are both going for Geo. Clem having it at 3-2. And then Clairvoyance versus GP. Everyone going for GP, 2-3, 2-3 for me and Clem. Then we have Doodles versus KK. Everyone going 3-1 for KK. Damn, this group is fire. This is a fire.
Well,
Group.
so these are two groups. It's the A
The
group and the
top
B group, but
top
I think
two are
both
A.
of them
Top two are
are
A.
yeah, both of them are crazy stacked.
Yeah, like these are fire groups. So
Mm-hmm.
first of all, I think Strix is heavily overrated. Heavy overrated. They do this every season, man. They do really good
They
in stage
do.
1, and they just die in stage 2 and play. They just flop, man. I think they're honestly out in 2 or 3 in playoffs, to be honest. Like they just bomb out. And they never do good in stage 2 either, so it's just this is a kind of a cursed one. And plus
Mm-hmm.
Onigiri is just 4-0ing everyone. Sure, they're only playing like the people that they can play, but I think the wins are good enough and solid enough that I'm pretty happy with putting a dominant Onigiri.
Yeah, I think their strength of schedule for me is not it is not enough to say that they're going to beat Strix. And honestly, I think that this Strix roster is probably the best we've seen in many a season. So I
Strix is
trust this
season
Strix
6
roster.
probably.
Yeah, probably. That was when they were like a
They
it
have
wasn't
retro.
yeah, and they made like semis or something like that. Not semis, but they went far-ish.
That was their
Um
best run, I think. I don't know.
yeah. So I think this Strix is definitely really good. I love Impact, I love Rat. And Jimbo's looking really strong on the flex support, so I think this is their best run yet. Um and yeah, I think Onigiri, as well as Pause Champ a little bit, are gonna struggle in this pool just because I think Onigiri had an easy strength of schedule, and I think Pause Champ had an easy-ish strength of schedule after they got their first two wins against Luminous and Flashbacks. So I still want to see one more game before I crown Pause Champ. You know.
Yeah. I also
I went.
think I go ahead, Clem.
I had this similar thing where I just think strength of schedule just
Hmm.
ultimately made my decision at the end of the day. But I mean, Onigiri hasn't dropped the map yet, so that's kind of wild.
Well, they
I
did
do
drop
think they
one
will.
map, but it then got forfeited away. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, on the match sheet they haven't
Technically,
dropped
though.
the map. So, but I think just I do like the strict roster this year. I like Jimbo Flex Sport, looking good.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just got 3-1 Strix.
Yeah,
Right, Troy.
I just want to touch on the strength of schedule. I actually think Strix had a easier strength of schedule. They dodged GP completely. They
That's
just
true.
completely dodged them.
That is true.
Which is like, it is what it is. But
Mhm. I think Disclosen is a team that's heavily underrated right now, and I think
yeah,
them on top of Jersey Boys and FBRD, like that's solid. You know, it's
they're
not that
decent,
bad.
right? They're
Yeah.
decent. They're decent
Hmm.
wins, but they're not like
Yeah.
GP. You know?
True. Definitely. I think both of these teams are still looking for. I think Geo's the only team that solidified themselves in the top in this A group. I think everybody else is still looking for that win against an elite team. Um, you could say that that Pause Champ have it, but then there's all the ringer like things. So who
Yeah.
knows? But yeah.
So I just want to explain my pause champ pick because I
Hmm.
won 4-0. They're just I don't know what's going on with them. It's like the same roster as last season, but they're just rolling now. It's
Yeah.
super weird. Like it's not like flashbacks are bad. It's not like that group they were in was bad. We were saying it was the
Hmm.
best group, right? Like it
Yeah.
can't be just me that thinks they're like actually destroying everyone.
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
I
Like
think they're definitely strong, and I think they will. I think they're better than Onigiri. And it's gonna depend on how this week pans out. But I could see them beating Strix maybe. I think that they're definitely a top 4 team in my eyes. It's just a matter of getting that win to solidify themselves for me.
yeah. I think I'm a subconscious Geo hater, bro. I think I just am. I don't know why. Like it's actually weird.
They lose once to Chrysalis, and it's just all out the window for them.
Dude, I don't know.
I had Geo 3-2 because I think Geo's wins are just better at the end of the day. I mean, they have that win against KK, which is super
Hmm.
big.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be like a really, really close 3-2.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see like Pause Champ win this game, but just off my small knowledge of Harmony, I know that Geo's kind of sick this year, and
Hmm.
honestly, I think they're the best team in the tier. So
I semi concur, but yeah. Any other final thoughts on this poll, or should I send it over to the
I kind
next
of
two
want to
polls?
I kind of want to touch on no one predded for Doodles, so therefore they
Sure.
will win.
No, I don't want to talk about it,
So they will
man.
win.
Yeah, they will win, and I mean, it's just like they're such trolls. Like losing a match to positively aggressive. Like let's be honest. Like that was not a real game. That game was actually cosmetic. Um, and I mean, who knows? I said this on Bronze Banter last night that I think that KK will win this because Doodle's Kryptonite is playing a Discord tier team, and Koala Kings are pretty much a Discord tier team. So, uh,
like, 1 second.
um,
Is it?
any other thoughts on that one, or we get to send it?
Nah,
All right,
How
it's just
much?
PP win.
all right. For Harmony C and D, what do we have, Clem?
I had personally, I had. Oh, let me pull it up. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I have it. I have it. I have it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I had it on the second monitor. All right. I had disclosed 3-1. I had flashbacks
No,
4-0
just
against
all of them,
Chrysalis.
all of them, all of them.
That's what I'm doing. I'm going
Yeah,
through all the games.
everybody's.
Oh, everybody's. Okay. Okay. This is my first time on. This is my first time on. All right.
Yeah,
I give
that's
him
All right.
fair.
So
That's
some
Nerf
fair.
had
slack.
3-2 Basement Dwellers. Choi had 4-0 and disclosed, and I had 3-1 disclosed. We all went 4-0 flashbacks against Chrysalis. Me and Choi went 4-0 duckies over aimbots, and then Nerfed had aimbots taking a map. And then both me and Nerfed had Mafia 3-1, and then Choi had Mafia 3-2 against Insidious. Did I
Yep.
do it right? All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it.
So honestly, all these games low key boring. Won't lie.
Yeah.
Yes, they
um,
are.
the only one I could see being cool is the last one, but it's not particularly like a cool game. It's just like two teams that seem low key even matched. Because I mean, look at the score; they're both 2-3.
Hmm.
Um, I just I don't know. I'm kind of an Insidious hater because they betrayed me week one. Um, they betrayed me because I got their pred wrong. Um,
Yeah.
and I do think Chicago kind of showed that they were decent against Flashbacks when they took those two maps.
Hmm.
Um, because they weren't particularly awful. It's not like Flashbacks were particularly awful either. They just generally won their maps. Um, other than that, I don't see any other good games here.
Yeah. No. I
Skept is
think.
on Insidious, right?
Hmm.
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
It's your teammate, right? Your teammate's the
Yeah.
support?
The teammates
Yeah.
on that
They've
one.
they've got a solid roster, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why, bro. They betrayed. I thought their roster was decent.
Yeah.
They just betrayed me, man.
Hmm.
So I don't like
Yeah.
betting on them. Betting
And
for
they
them.
also they lost to Swordfish last week, which I think Swordfish are like the Chengdu Hunters of Harmony tier. Like
Yeah,
They're
they're
just like
weird, man.
so all over the place.
They
And we
got like
only
the like they played like one game, right?
yeah, they've played like one official match. They played the second
Yeah.
one against FBRD, but or not FBRD. I don't remember who the second one was against. But regardless, the team that they played against like didn't they had to forfeit a couple maps or something like that if I remember. So they're weird. Hard team to predict as of now. But I don't know. I've heard scrimbooks are pretty good for them, so who knows?
Always
Um,
comes back to Scrimbucks.
always comes
Yep.
back to scrimbooks. But yeah, pretty. I think these are going to be fun in the coming weeks, but I do think this week it's a little bit kind of one-sided. Um, yeah, basement dwellers
Well,
are.
therefore, what was
I mean,
your pred? All right, because you were the one outlier from us
I am the one outlier in
in
all
the
the matches. I think basement
basement
dwellers
dwellers.
are just I don't know. Wooly has me like so hyped up on them.
Dude, they're not that good, man.
I think they're fine, and they've been
They're
improving.
not that good.
So yeah, if I'm being honest, I think I even predicted disclosed it to win last night. Um, so who knows? But I think this is going to be a closer match than people would expect. I mean, disclosed didn't go to 5 a lot, so who knows?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm a basement dweller simp. That's my thought process here.
Yeah. Shout out
Fair enough.
CVS Pharmacy on disclosing. That guy
That's true.
is God.
What a great
Mm-hmm.
name.
A
Yep.
great player too. So yeah, let's move over to E, and then we're gonna have one match from the Elam pool here. So the first match is Freya versus Jersey Boys. All of us going for the Jersey Boys there. Clem giving them a map. And then the next match is PP Plunderers versus the Fighting Potatoes. All of us giving the clean sweep to the Plunderers. And then the first Elam pool match that we're gonna talk about is Colorado Carbon versus Mets Gaming. Everybody going in favor of Colorado Carbon here, 3-1. Man, I was like, this is a tight one. I think this is like so close. I had Mets for a while, and then I like changed it like 2 minutes before we went live. So I think these teams are pretty close, despite their records being like pretty far away from each other. Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I think Mets really should be better than they are. Like
Mm-hmm.
their roster isn't that bad, especially with O on it. Um, O is like Jesus at fucking um like Hanzo and stuff. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I know he's on tank, but like um uh, like
I
I don't
know he's
know.
on tank, but he's good at Hanzo.
But like if you're off rolling and you're that good on one roll, surely you're good at the other, right?
Yeah, surely.
It's funny. I think I don't know. I just don't trust Mets. That's why. That's why I had
Yeah.
him. I
I
haven't
mean, you can't
adjusted
really
the
trust
Tank
him
map,
yet. You can't really trust him yet.
but I just don't
No.
trust him enough to win.
He's tank
It's also a
template. What is he now?
Bubba and Sticko team, so it's like,
Yeah.
can I really trust him at
Oh,
all? You
oh.
got to think about it that way.
JJ is our tank. Is O off the roster?
No, I think I was just like always played like I think all 5 roles for this team. So
I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, I think I was just their flex player.
No, I really do rate O. Like he's one of my
Yeah.
like from memory, he's one of like really like memorable players in
Hmm.
Harmony.
Yeah. That's a really great player. Um, but yeah, definitely a close match, one to watch out for. Would not be surprised if it went the other way because Mets yet to prove themselves, but this could definitely be it. So moving on then to the rest of the Elam pool. What do we have, Troy?
All right, so we have Luminous versus positively aggressive. Everyone going for Luminous. 4-0. I'm lost my train of thought. Okay, Swordfish versus Aries. Bit of a mixed bag. I'm going for Aries. Rest of you going for Swordfish. We have Late Night Esports Makos versus the Council. Everyone going for Late Night Esports Makos. Then we have Exhilarations versus Eminence. Everyone going for Exhilaration, but Nerf giving up maps to Eminence. Damn, no Council map. Come on.
No,
I thought someone would be brave enough. Come on. VTuber City.
no.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
VTubers,
That's why I don't get
VTubers
a map.
rise. Rise up, my
I-
fellow VTubers.
All right, Choi. What's the reason for Aries over Swordfish?
I don't trust Swordfish. I think I predded them one time. I'll be real, don't know anything about that match. I'm looking at the scores right now. I just do not know nothing. So
Yeah.
that game is whatever. Bit of a coin flip for me, to be honest. But I think Aries weren't that tragic. They have a win, right?
hmm
So, and I think Swordfish's win was free. No.
They did have one free one, but then they did beat Insidious last week.
Yeah, they just been
Okay,
But it
Insidious.
was in
man,
5.
Insidious. What is wrong with you?
They were looking strong. They came back. They were down 8 maps, and then they
Come on,
came back and
teammate,
eight
bro.
0 and then they just lost in 5 to Swordfish. I think a lot of people are starting to rate Swordfish. I think they're the second best team in Elim pool. But
Behind Luminous.
I think they're the third. I think Eminence, Luminous, not Eminence. What's it?
Exhilaration.
Exhilaration, Luminous, and then I don't know. Toss up.
Yeah. So I think with more matches, we just need footage. That's all we need on Swordfish, and it's
Literally,
like
bro.
they've
I've
just
seen them
been
one time.
yeah they've been actually gatekeeping us out of predicting them like properly for so long, and I think this is gonna be the week where they're. I mean, yes, it's Elim pool, but I think they're gonna get some strong wins, and like maybe teams will start to respect them a little bit more than we have in the past.
Yeah, they gotta earn my respect.
Yeah, definitely fair. Um, so yeah. I think that's all for the Elam pool. So Clem, you want to take it away in Discord A and B?
Yeah. All right, so we got MI7 Cosmic, banger of a match, by the way. Before I even start talking about it, banger of a
Yeah.
match. Me and Nerf giving Cosmic a map. Choi is a Debbie Downer and is not. Then we have Beat Shot Paradise Lost, another banger of a match. Nerf has 3-2 lost, and then Troy and I have 3-1 beat drop. Then Space Created Pride. Nerf has 3-1, and so do I for Space Created, and then Choi has 3-2 Pride, and then both me and Nerf have Trig 4-0 over Catboys, and Choi has him Catboys taking a map. So that's where we're at.
Yeah. I mean, all these
games are
top
gonna be
groups,
sick.
all these top groups and all three of the tiers are really good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one is really entertaining.
Yeah.
Honestly. One thing I want to say with my 4-0 MI7, if Lure is online, which I assume he is, that's the 4-0. But if Lure isn't like how he played against Rem, like especially on KR, that guy on KR and Coliseum,
On Hanzo, dude, different.
oh my
different.
god,
Different.
he's a beast, man. So like, if he's on like that again, easy 4-0. I'm not questioning it. If he's not on, maybe he's hot cold. All right, they get him up. Maybe they take circuit or something.
Fair enough. All right, Nerf.
My turn.
What do you want about the Paradise Lost?
Yeah, what you got on Paradise Lost?
I'm just a big Paradise Lost fan. I have been for a long time. I think that they've had some like they've had some pretty easy wins. But I think that the style that they play is just like really good. And the match against Trig as well, I think is like definitely something that shot them up in the rankings for me. But then like beyond that, like when they weren't playing Trig and like who was like a genuinely good team, they were playing like some like mid lower tier teams, but they
They
were
would just
dropping like
destroy them.
objectives.
They would rip them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be full holds left and right. Like they wouldn't drop a percentage point on on control. Not a single meter on push. So I think this team is really dominant, and they only have one win against like a really solid team. But I think that they're definitely
was
my team
close
to
too.
watch. Yeah, it was. But I think they're my team to watch in this 8 pool because I think they've got the most to prove. So.
My thing with that game is it's not as much. I think Paradise. I don't think Paradise are a bad team at all. I do think they're a top 4 team pretty easily.
Yeah.
I just think Beat
Mhm.
Drop's sick.
I do
Yeah.
too.
I
Don't
think
get me
Beat
wrong.
Drop, the roster of Beat Drop is just too good in my opinion. Like I don't know, it was like I don't know, it was like a week or two ago. I played a couple games with Anguish. That guy dude's a monster at Baptiste. We had a Kings Row game. He had 30k healing. It's like unbelievable.
Fun fact:
Anguish
Anguish is off Beach Bears now, but
He's
It's not because he
Damn.
was like, it's not for like skill or anything. He had IRL stuff, so no worries there.
Well, still, they got twists, which is a great flex
Exactly.
support too.
Mhm.
So I just think the roster of Beat Drop is just better, and that's why I'm giving them the win. But if you see Paradise Lost win, I wouldn't surprise me. But dude,
Me
Beat
too
Drop's
now.
sick. Beat Drop's sick.
Yeah. I think these are
Yeah, I
two
mean
are
that
really good
team
teams.
is really good. The only thing I'm concerned about, maybe on some like flyer map, they just run pocketed Hawk on Echo, and he just like rips them apart on rotation.
Nuclear
I
bomb
think
could
that's
have a
why I
play.
give him a map. Like I could just see that like he's just a nuke with the right click. Like the Echo nuke right click with the damage boost, it just absolutely obliterates like tight comps like Beachop like to play.
Yeah.
But I do think just Beachop can just like they win the first two maps because all the maps in pool are pretty like I think they're pretty close quartered. No, I know the controls obviously are, so I think they
Mhm.
guarantee win control. And then the second map maybe they go like Eichenwald or something, and Paradise just like lose the brawl again, and then they pick a flyer map. Boom,
Eichenwald's
they get
back.
map win, and then they just pick Esperanza. Boom, beach up win 3-1.
Yeah.
That's the world I see.
Actually, giving the exact script for how this match is gonna go.
Hmm.
Um. Yeah. I think these teams are very close. This is definitely my match to watch. Like of all the tiers, I think this is the closest one. So.
Yeah, I think so.
All right,
Um.
Choi. Why you
Mm.
on the pride hype?
Oh, Resolve. I mean, Resolve is just Jesus Christ. Like, um, I don't know what else to say. Like, he's just that good. I do think the rest of the team needs to catch up to Resolve. I think he's significantly like,
Mhm.
the best player. Um, but again, I think they've been improving solidly, like pretty well because they have Monarch and they have Bix coaching.
Mhm.
As far as I'm aware, they're still doing that. So, as good as I think Space Created is, I think actually this is a like really good game.
I do too. I think realistically, all. Oh no, my camera just shut off. I just hit
Um.
it. I just hit it. Did it work?
You look very silly.
Yeah, just a tad.
Is it working? Hold on.
I think Space Created are an interesting team because they did dodge Rem. They do have
Yeah.
wins against Pukin Dogs
All
and
right, we're back.
they lost to MI7, but they were like
We're
the
back.
first team to take a map, right?
Yeah.
So I think that they're an interesting team, but I think that they're definitely very solid. So Clem, did you have something you wanted to say about that match?
For which one? The Trade
Space Created
Cowboys?
Pride.
Oh, Space Creator crap. No. I just think Space Creator are better. That's
Hmm.
why. I think it was just tough. Their pool was brutal. With MI7 and Remnant, but
Hmm.
I just
I
like
mean,
Space Creator. I think they're good. I think they're like no, because trigonometry is in the tier. But I would argue that they're the second best team in B.
I
They're
would too.
they're
I think.
really underrated at the moment. I think they're
Yes.
Yes.
high
Hmm.
underrated. But do
Yeah.
I think they're like do I think they're particularly
I think
like
they're very good.
do I think they're to the point of top tier? No. Do I think
No.
like I feel like if Rem played them right now, it'd be decent game 3-2-3-1 Rem, right?
I'd
But
have
they
Space
dodge them
Created.
like
Yeah.
so like I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I'd
don't know.
have
Weird
Space
team with
Created
Rem.
as like a solid like 8th, ninth place right
I
now.
think they're
Higher
higher
than
than
that.
that.
Much
I think
higher
they're
You
than
higher.
think?
that.
I
I
think
have
they're
them
so
at like probably 6 or 7.
yeah.
I think that's good for them.
I'm just thinking oh yeah, I guess that's fair. That's fair. I think it's like between them and Avalon. So
Avalon ahead.
I think
Avalon
Avalon's
ahead.
clearly worse.
What? Okay,
I
we'll
think
get
they're
to that
clearly
later.
worse than
we'll
We'll
Space
get
get
to
to
Created.
my
Avalon.
Avalon.
Right,
We'll get to
Later.
Avalon right now, Clem. Let's get to Avalon right now.
Bring it on.
Let's send it on to the C and D pools. Because first we got Reminiscence versus Phoenix. All of us going in favor of Reminiscence there. Yeah, that's
Yup.
crazy. Um,
Their one mishap, their one ringer put him in C pool.
um,
I'm still
oh,
on my Avalon
Avalon,
right
yeah,
Avalon.
Avalon,
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
now.
yeah.
Still on my
I
Avalon
thought you were
hype.
talking about Reminiscence. I'm like, yeah,
Oh, I knew Rem was in C pool, but like
No,
yeah,
the
Avalon.
mishap put him in C, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. So all of us
what?
going in
Okay,
favor
I gotta
of
go check.
Avalon here. Um, then the next match is Spuds versus Pekin Dogs. Everybody going in favor of Pukin Dogs. Clem giving them a map. It's a space created SEAL Team Spuds. And then the final match, we're all going pretty dominantly in favor of the other teams here. Maelstrom versus Redacted. Everybody in favor of Maelstrom. So no disagreements here. However, if you two want to go ahead and talk about Avalon for a little
So
bit.
C tier. All right, we're not C tier. I'm gonna C pool. All right, it's just
Pool is not
Reminiscence
bad this
versus
season.
Avalon, I think.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think so too. But don't underrate Phoenix. I think they're decent. Like,
Don't underrate Loki either. I think they're also like on the up and up.
I'm gonna underrate Loki, but
All right.
Underrate Loki.
I don't think
I
they're that
think
bad.
I think Rem should walk over this pool.
they should.
hmm
But we're looking at the
should.
roster. We're looking at the roster that they have and the record. And it's 3-2. That shouldn't happen. All right. And if
Yeah.
you go back and watch that MI7 game, which was a great game by the way,
Good game,
MI7
yeah.
won that game. And
Mhm.
Lore also was Christ. It was unbelievable what he was doing.
Yeah, he was
But
going off.
I think Reminiscence should run over this pool, but don't count out Avalon. All right, they're my team this year. All right, I've been hyping them up on Silver Slander. All right, I absolutely love Lost Sauce. All right,
Lost
Dolph.
Sauce, yeah.
If you watch that Catboys game, because I watched the entirety of that Avalon Catboys game as it was streamed. All right. Catboy shut off the stream early because Dolph was doing too much. All right,
Dude,
and
he
they
was
hit a
cooking. He
GM.
was hard cooking.
They hit a GM ringer, right? The GM ringer did not win that game. Dolph
Dude,
won.
Dolph
The
went
sim
crazy.
was
Actually, he
different.
put on a Lore
sim was
performance on the
different, all right?
match.
The sim was different. Avalon are gonna do really, really good. I can't wait for Avalon Rem, all right? Because me and Troy are gonna butt heads, all right?
It's gonna be crazy.
But Avalon are not going to drop a map outside of Reminiscence's pool. Boom.
Hey, I don't think that's that crazy of a take. I mean, I'm kind
It's
of
not.
agreeing with you.
It's not.
Obviously, I'm
Don't
gonna
kill
disagree
them.
with the Rem game, but like that's it, man. They should both. I feel like there's a clear gap. But I said this last time, so I'm not gonna say it again. I said there's a clear gap between Rem and someone else, and
I
then
think there's a top
it
10.
kind of fell apart. So
I think there's a top 10 where you have all of A and B are kind of above everybody. Yeah. And then I think it's Rem and Avalon.
like you
So it's
stick
like
them up
all
there.
of A
Yeah.
and B, and then Rem and Avalon. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
I think
I agree with
Avalon over
that.
Catboys though.
Avalon
Yes.
over Catboys.
I mean that's proven. They
Yeah.
just beat the shit
Yeah,
out of them.
they just beat them.
Yeah.
They just kind of whacked them.
hmm
All right.
Um,
Anything else in this?
I mean, it's
I
kind of
gave
like
Spuds a map
picking
because I
up,
like
just
Spuds.
picking
I like
up.
Spuds roster.
I think
This is
Spud's
the tier I
roster
know a lot
is
about.
Spud's roster is really quiet, both in Discord discussion as well as just like the things they
Yeah.
do. They're really silent. They don't really do much.
hmm
So I can't really. I mean, I've watched their codes obviously, but they haven't hard impressed me. I do love Water though. Fun fact: Water was
Water's
on my
really good.
team for a little bit. Shout out Midnight Mallards in season 8. He was on that team. Yeah, that's kind of it. And then for Maelstrom, I think they're just better. So
hmm Yeah. Yeah. I think the rest of these matches are pretty one-sided currently. But
yeah.
prove us wrong, losing teams.
Yep.
So then Troy, let's go ahead and talk. I think this is just Discord Ely. Yeah, it's just the E pool. So what do we got there?
Just the okay, so we just got E, which is Thunder Lucky's Tempest. I thought this was just actually I thought this was the best game just out of the whole Trank. I'm going 3-1 for Thunder Duckies. I'm going 3-1 for Tempest, and then they're going 3-2 for Tempest. So that's a good game. And then we have Royal Throne versus Adrenaline. Clem hard trolled this by not making it 2-3 or 3-2.
Right? And no, you guys hard troll this. You guys hard troll this for giving Royal Throne 2 maps. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
It just has to happen, man. Like,
It has to
It's
happen.
gonna Troy.
Adrenaline
It's
lost
not
2
gonna
maps to
happen.
everyone.
They refuse to not. They refuse to
But it's
not drop.
Royal Throne.
They
Hey,
refuse
Royal
to
Throne took
not
2
drop a
maps
map.
off of Castaways. So I
Okay,
don't know.
Hey,
okay,
hey, there you go.
Okay, all right. We're not bringing that game up, all right? I've already trolled Otter enough for that game. All right, I've already trolled Otter enough for that game.
Uh-huh.
An OCAC doesn't count.
But I don't know. I think Adrenaline's are just so much better than Royal Throne. But
He's a mint sib.
I think Tempest are gonna step it up in stage 2. All right, I've
I
always
do
been a Tempest
too.
hater. All right, I've been a Tempest hater. All right, but I think they're gonna step it up a
They've started
ton,
figuring things out.
a
Yeah.
ton. This stage 2. All right, and it's tough that they're gonna be like, are they like already barred to Elim Pool?
Elim bracket, you mean? Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I don't actually know. I'm not gonna say yes because I have no clue, but I think so.
I'll tell you this right now. If they are a team in Elim Pool and not Elim Pool, but like in that Elim bracket,
Mhm.
and you are a team that just loses, Tempest is not going to be a team you want to play.
No.
They're going to be a really, really good team, and I think in the future, I think Nagi's going to step it up. That's my pick. That's my picks. So
Yeah, my score is honestly off of Scrimbucks, just Rem Scrimbucks. We kind of rolled over Tempest, so I don't expect them to do that fantastic. So yeah, I just put 3 on the Rookies.
Definitely fair.
Oh,
I think
shout out to Sexy Lexi with like 700 games played or like 800 games played of rank this season.
What?
Oh my god, man. 9
Are
to
you
5 plus
kidding me?
overtime of Overwatch. On the hard grind, bro. Sexy Lexi is coming for your Trank title, buddy.
That's wild. Holy.
yeah. It's a
I think
lot
you
of
have like 100
Overwatch.
games played total.
Yeah, bro, I got like 100.
I hit GN and I'm saying, nope more.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah,
What else
only
do
2
I have?
matches here, so I think we're good to send it right into the Elim pool. So what do we have, Clem?
All right. So, Jellyfish, Nerf and Choi gave Jellyfish to win 3-1. All right. I decided to use my brain and went Concord Windia. What? No, Concordia Wild win. I screwed up 3-1. All right. Listen.
Using
Call
your
him
brain,
out.
huh?
Call him out. Oh, whoa. I differed a lot from this. All right. And then Wildfire 4-0 for both Choi and Nerfed. And then I had 3-2 Tampa Bay tryhards. They're back, baby. All right. And then we had Air Culture. All of us had Air winning that. Me and Nerfed had Air taking a map. And then I believe it is UV Rays versus, oh god, I can't see it. I need to see the logo. Poseidon, thank you. Thank you.
Can you
Thank
not
you.
read?
Not well. We all had Poseidon winning. Nerf has it 4-0. Choi has it 3-1. I have it 3-2. Let's discuss.
You're on some crack, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, listen, here.
Mhm.
First off, all right, I will never pred Jellyfish to win. All right?
Why
I will
not?
never do it. Although Bubba White hit GM, all right, which that's wild in its own argument. I need to preface by saying that. Shout out Bubba, but that's crazy. You know what I mean? I just don't trust Jellyfish. I don't trust Jellyfish at all. All right, and then Tampa Bay tryhards. All right, listen, my good friend Syme. All right, I gotta carry on. All right, he's the biggest Tampa Bay tryhards fan. That's what I'm doing it. All right, I have no reasoning behind that pick. Zero. I just like Tampa Bay. They're gonna pull out some Tom Brady. All right, and they're gonna start cooking.
Okay.
Everything else is.
Can everyone ping LCS with the flipping off emoji? Can you
What
do
did
that for me?
LCS say?
He's trying to get me to play. I don't want to play. I'm busy.
Oh.
Busy doing work. See, Icy too, bro.
Shout out Ice. Ice is my boy, bro. Ice is my boy. What you doing? All right, that's besides the point.
All right,
Yeah, sorry.
we'll finish it up real quick, man, so you can go to scrims, Troy.
Okay.
So let's go then to the trans tier where we have Billings Boomers versus Wyverns. Everybody going in favor of the Boomers there. I gave Wyverns a map because why not? Next match is Guangzhou Gangsters versus Amnesia. Again, everybody in favor of Guangzhou. And again, why not? Gave Guangzhou a map, or gave Amnesia a map rather. And then the first match of the B pool is this Devil Dukes versus Hammerhead. Everybody given the 3-1 there to the Devil Dukes. Not a whole
Yep.
ton, I think here.
Yeah, not a crazy. I think the group is great.
Yeah.
It's not a crazy week though.
Mhm.
Once these mix and mash a little more, it should be a little better.
Yeah.
But at the moment, these are pretty much all roles. Just for the amnesia thing, I love all my amnesia boys, but after that Wyverns loss, it's like you can't really put anything else.
Yeah.
Plus, Guangzhou just obliterated Double Dukes. You know,
Guangzhou, yeah, like you said,
Yeah.
they
like
just
nuclear bomb
eviscerated them.
coughing baby
Yeah,
against
like
Devil Dukes. And
Mhm.
I mean, we did. I mean, obviously we lost, but like we had warm up stream Devil Dukes, and they beat the shit out of us. So I was stunned when I saw Guangzhou 4-0. I don't think they drop a map for the foreseeable future. I'm gonna be honest, except for maybe Boomers, because I think Boomers is also very good.
Mhm.
yeah. I
Um,
think that's probably the best game in this pool right here. Guangzhou versus Boomers.
it's
Yeah.
not even close.
Um,
Mhm.
Yeah, Guangzhou are just man so good. Devil Dukes. The thing with that loss though, the reason why they just obliterated them so hard is those didn't have their full roster. Plus that team just doesn't scrim apparently. So apparently I
Yeah.
don't know.
I like
Unfortunate.
Hammerhead. I think Hammerhead's. I absolutely love Kiddo Ball.
Mhm.
Oh,
Um,
you're gonna be
I,
sad soon.
I think it'll be interesting. Yeah,
What's happening to
exactly. I know what
Kiddo?
I'm saying.
You're gonna be sad soon.
Oh
What's happening
no.
to Kiddo? No.
But I, I,
He's a
I
bad
don't
kid.
know anything. Choi's got some knowledge that I don't. All right, but to my knowledge, we've scrimmed Hammerhead like a thousand times. It feels like, and every single time they look awesome. So I like Hammerhead a lot. Choi, you got a leak now? What is this?
Nothing,
What
bro.
is?
Nothing, bro. You'll see.
Just pay attention
I
to
don't want to
roster
see Choi.
transactions.
Oh, you're the worst.
You'll see, bro.
Pay attention
You're
to
the
roster
worst.
transactions, I guess. Or who knows? Maybe they've just permabanned him from playing ball from now on. Um, but let's go over to the next match of B pool and then C pool. What do we have there, Choi?
All right. So before B pool and C pool, we got. Oh my God, I'm trolling. We have Singularity versus Fleet Angels. Me and Clem going for Fleet Angels. Oh wait, I think mine's reversed. I think I went for Singularity. Oh no, I'm stupid. I just read it wrong. Me and Clem going for Singularity, and then Nerf going for Fleet Angels. Um, then next game, Throwing or Bad versus Reckless Delta. I'm going for Delta 3-2, and then the rest of you going for Throwing or Bad. Then we have Hive Mind versus Just Better Incorporated. Everyone going for Hive Mind. Me and Nerf giving a map.
I can't pred my own team to lose a map. All right, I can't do
No,
it.
you can't, man.
I
It's not
can't do it.
possible. That's completely valid. I respect that. I won't lie.
I think
Oh, I want
Singularity. Go ahead.
I wanna touch on. So we'll definitely go to the game above, but I want to touch on Throwing or Bad versus Reckless. So Throwing or Bad just beat Hive Mind, right? But
Mhm.
then their roster like kind of exploded. They lost
That's true.
What
right.
happened?
Akudama got banned, and then
Oh, I forgot about that.
Raging Cool got released. So they lost two
Mhm.
DPS. I don't know if Raging actually ever played. I don't remember.
Okay,
Um,
that would have affected my prediction. I need to preface by saying that.
Yes.
I completely
so
forgot about that, and I would have had the exact same score that Choi has.
yeah, that's just why I'm going for Reckless. It's pretty much it. I just want to get that out there.
Yeah, I completely forgot that they lost some players. I don't know. I've never been too impressed with Delta to begin with. Um, I mean their ones are against Oath and Nightmare Outlaws, so
Yeah,
nothing huge. But I mean throwing her bad. Besides the Hive Mind win, like they also have only beaten like Revital and Frost Nova, so it's like,
yeah.
Oh my
so
god, that game.
yeah, who knows? I think I'm gonna keep it the same, just because. Why not? Um,
Okay.
but yeah.
So
um,
let's go back to Singularity
yeah.
Fleet Angels. So
Mhm.
again, the Fleet Angels terrorize me. They're so mean to me. Singularity, they come out swinging. They go 4-1. I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
Fleet Angels, there's like the most hyped up roster ever. They have like Horus. They have all these people. They just added Ice and Andy, but they're not playing. Um, what's it called? But like this team should be so good with that DPS line and like and tell them, oh my, this team should be
Mhm.
so good. They're just not. They're not. Oh, it makes me so sad. They're just not, man.
It's like Death Cards last season, where like they had like such a solid roster, and then they just didn't
And
really
Chase.
do a whole ton with that. Yeah. Was Chase on that team as well last season?
Which one?
Death Cards.
No.
Oh.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Two of my teams
Yes.
get
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I thought. So literally, they are like Death Cards. Although they're not like
Yes.
they're
Yes.
definitely
Yes.
performing still and getting some wins. But yeah, I think Fleet Angels have been on the up and up. I think they've been improving week to week a whole ton.
Yeah.
And I think that I don't know, Singularity went to 5 against Revital last week, which was like just interesting to
Just
me.
weird. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
But
Revital have
Revital.
been looking
Not good.
Revital have been looking a little bit better since they dropped Tissue, but I mean, yeah.
What's it called? One would think Orsted, Raijin, DPS line. They actually have similar like
Dude,
issues,
oh my,
right?
oh, don't even
Like
get me started on that
Revital
game.
and Orsted, Raijin are
Mm,
like
Dude,
you would
Raijin's a nutcase.
if you
Raijin's
see
a
those two
nutcase.
names, Orsted is like one of the best players. Like I wouldn't say maybe in Trank history, honestly, DPS players in Trank history, but
Dude.
like they just don't work.
Raijin is a nutcase.
Yeah.
Nutcase. When we played Revital, like genuinely was like he was so impressive to play against, and then they took him out after map 1, and I was like,
Mhm.
it made no sense. But
Yeah.
that's the next team. That's the next
Mhm.
thing, right?
Yeah, we can get there.
Only reason I predicted Singularity to win is because they beat my team, and I can't pred the teams that beat my team to lose.
So
That's it.
real. So real. So yeah, if you want to go ahead then, Clem, you can talk about the matches here in the Elam pool.
All right, so we got switch graphic. Thank you. All right. I know we have Oath. Wait. I'm the only one. Okay, I have 3-1 Oath. Everybody else has 4-0 Hades. All right. Oh, I haven't won a game. Damn. We all went for a vital. I have classified getting a map, and then we all have is that reckless
Nightmare Outlaws.
Nightmare Outlaws? That's what it is. Screwing up. All right. We all have them winning. I have them 3-2. And Nerf has Frost Nova taking a map. Let's discuss.
This is a poop pool. I don't like this pool.
No, I don't either.
I like Hades. I think Hades aren't bad.
I think they're okay.
They're
Revital's
fine.
okay, but like
Yeah.
Revital should be better. These teams
The only,
just
like,
should be better. Makes me
Yeah.
sad.
The only reason I gave classified a map is because if they do that weird thing where they take out Raijin and like makes no sense, just
Think
keep
they-
him in. He's a dog.
Yeah.
But
I don't trust Classified now because I thought their whole team was RMM and now RMM is not on the team.
yeah,
So-
I do remember that. Yeah, Arma was very good main support.
Silly squad alumni.
Yeah. But yeah, unfortunate. Anything else we want to talk about in this pool?
Now boring pool.
Kind of a snooze. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think this week specifically. I mean, it's a Swiss tournament, so they'll be able to like have closer matches next week. But yeah, little bit not exciting this week. So yeah, that's been all the matches. And before we end things off really quickly, let's go over to the leaderboard for week 5.
Oh, I trolled
Um,
I took L's.
Just don't show capital.
we all
Just don't
took
show
L's.
capital.
We all
Just
took
don't
L's.
show capital. That's all I care about.
This was like the lowest scoring week of them all, so don't worry about the fact that we
Just
all
don't
suck.
show capital.
In 5th place, we have a tie between Eevee, Reborn, and Yeti, all getting 54 points.
Shout out Yeti for killing Sime. Shout out Yeti for killing Sime in the Widow. Shout out Yeti.
Oh, that was so funny.
That was the best. That was the best. God, that made my day.
3rd place is another tie between Genji Main and Lexi. And then 2nd place, unfortunately, Clem is in
No,
fact
it's not
Capital.
him.
Oh my god.
And 1st place is Cam. So then nothing really changing over on the overall leaderboard. Spots 1 through 4, the exact same order that they've been. We all just got a little bit more points. Then 5th place, Tyler has been dethroned by another gangster. So Cam slipping into Cam slipping into 5th place, 262.
You gotta be worried.
I do have to be worried. I've been going for too many crazy picks. And Doodles. Doodles waited until the 1 week that I predict them to win, and then they decide to lose. Um, they literally, it was a decision to lose. Um,
So awesome.
woo. But that's been that's the leaderboards. That's been all the matches. So really quickly, just before we end things, I'm gonna go through the rest of the stuff to watch this week. Tomorrow we have Basement Dwellers versus Disclosed. I think it's gonna be a really good match. And then directly after we'll have these two back for Silver Slander. Then on Wednesday we have the Transcendence match, Singularity versus Fleet Angels. Another one I think is gonna be really good. Thursday is Space Creative versus Pride. We've got some really good
Hey,
matches
those are
this
some
week.
bangers.
These are
all
some banger
three.
features. You guys should definitely
So
go
good.
tune into
Yeah,
those.
yeah, definitely tune into
Mhm.
these.
Yeah. Then we have Bronze Banter on Saturday at 10:30, and on Sunday at 10 we have After Scrims tonight with Thug. So back to the regular schedule this week. We got the regular broadcasts as previously scheduled. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll be back here next week on Monday, same time, same place. So thank you all for watching. Been a good night, and we'll see you later.